Today we are diving deep into Yalda Night. It's this incredible, ancient Iranian celebration of the winter solstice. And we're going to explore how a huge, vibrant feast is used to celebrate the victory of light over darkness.
I mean, really think about that for a second. For thousands of years, people all over the world have tried to figure out ways to push back against that deep darkness of the winter solstice. Well, in Iran, the answer involves family, poetry, and a table just overflowing with symbolic foods.
Okay, so let's get into what this is. Yalda Night, which you'll also hear called Shab-e Cheleh, is this absolutely beautiful ancient tradition. It's all about celebrating the longest night of the year. And what that really means is you're celebrating the symbolic rebirth of the sun, the promise that the days are finally going to start getting longer again.
So you might be wondering, where did this all come from? Well, you have to try and put yourself in the shoes of ancient peoples. Imagine the real anxiety you'd feel as the days get shorter and shorter, and the nights feel like they're swallowing everything. This celebration was their answer to that fear.
You know, the core idea of Yalda is actually brilliantly simple. You don't run and hide from the darkness, you fill it with light. So families and friends, they all get together, they stay up all the way until dawn, and they share this incredible feast that is just packed with meaning. They literally turn the longest, darkest night into the most joyful one.
All right, let's get to the heart of the celebration, which is, of course, the food. And what's so fascinating here is that absolutely nothing on the Yalda table is there by accident. Every single item is a symbol. It's a wish for the future.
Okay, so let's start with the two undisputed kings of the Yalda table. First up, you have the pomegranate or anar. It is the ultimate symbol of life, of fertility, of abundance. It's thousands of little red seeds. They're seen as representing the glow of the rising sun. And then you've got watermelon, which is this perfect reminder of summer's heat and all its bounty. The belief is that eating it helps ward off the cold and sickness of the coming winter.
And this theme just keeps on going with all the other fruits and vegetables. You'll see persimmons with that bright sunny orange color. You've got apples for health and beauty, and beetroot, its deep red color just screams joy and life, which is so central to the whole night. So the big takeaway here is that the table itself is like a visual prayer for light and warmth.
Now that we've got the symbols down, let's see how they get woven into the main courses. This, my friends, is where the story of Yalda gets truly delicious.
So the main event is usually a lineup of these rich, comforting stews called khoresht. And as you can probably guess, pomegranate isn't just a fruit you eat on the side. Oh no, it is a star ingredient, and it lends its totally unique, sweet and sour flavor to some of the night's most iconic dishes. And right here is the absolute crown jewel. Khoresht Fesenjan. I mean, this is a truly legendary dish. It's a slow-simmered stew made with finely ground walnuts and a rich pomegranate paste, usually with chicken or duck. The flavor is just wow. It's complex, it's deeply savory, tangy, and just a little bit sweet. It is the ultimate comfort food for a long winter night.
Another classic you'll see is morg narduni, or pomegranate chicken. This one comes from Iran's northern provinces, and it's got chicken cooked in this incredible sauce made from pomegranate paste, and then it's just studded with all these vibrant pomegranate seeds. It's a direct and super delicious homage to the night's most important symbol.
The celebration just wouldn't be complete without a good soup, and the absolute go-to for Yalda is ashe anar. It's this thick, hearty pomegranate soup, and it's full of rice, beans, lentils, tons of fresh herbs. It's just so warming and nutritious. Absolutely perfect for a cold evening.
And this is what I think is so cool. It just brilliantly shows you the cultural richness of this tradition. I mean, just look at the variations of this one soup. In Gilan, it's totally vegetarian. Up in Azerbaijan, they make it richer with some meat or broth. And then down in Shiraz, they add these tiny, flavorful meatballs. It's just a beautiful example of how one single tradition adapts to local tastes.
Of course, no Persian feast is ever complete with rice, and the Yalda rice dishes, or polos, they're especially festive. They are designed to be visually stunning, and they are jam-packed with those symbolic ingredients we've been talking about. So here we have anar polo, pomegranate rice, and it is exactly as beautiful as it sounds. You've got fluffy rice layered with these bright pomegranate jewels, green slivered pistachios, and a lot of times, shredded chicken. It's a dish that both looks and tastes like a party.
And then there's label polo. Remember how we said beetroot symbolizes joy and warmth? Well, here, it's used to create this incredible, vibrant red rice.
It's just a stunning dish that brings both an earthy sweetness and that powerful symbolism right to the dinner table.
All right, so let's shift gears and talk about the food that keeps the conversation and the poetry readings going all night long. The main meal might be over, but believe me, the feast continues until that sun finally rises.
A huge centerpiece of these later hours is something called ajil, which is this special mix of nuts and dried fruits. Now, this isn't just a snack. It's a symbol of prosperity and a wish for a really bountiful year ahead. Everyone kind of gathers around, sharing stories and grabbing handfuls of this delicious mix.
Now for dessert, one of the most beloved options is Choleh Zard. It's a saffron rice pudding, and that brilliant golden color is no accident at all. It directly represents the light and the hope that Yalda is all about celebrating. And it smells incredible. It's fragrant with rosewater and cardamom. Just a heavenly way to cap off the meal.
And what about drinks? Well, the themes just keep right on going. You might start the evening with a warm pomegranate mulled wine to fight off the chill, or maybe enjoy a super refreshing watermelon lemonade, another little taste of summer to carry you through that long night.
So, as we start to wrap this up, it's pretty clear that the Yalda feast is about so much more than just eating. It's really an act of cultural expression.
This quote just nails it, doesn't it? The Yalda table isn't just a bunch of food, it's a work of art, a collection of powerful symbols, and really, it's a vehicle for creating these shared memories that make family bonds even stronger. At the end of the day, that's what's so important to remember. Every single pomegranate seed, every grain of saffron rice, it's all part of a much bigger story. The Yalda feast is a story that's told in flavors, a delicious and kind of defiant celebration of hope right in the face of darkness.
And that really leaves us with a final thought. This whole tradition is just such a powerful reminder of how food can connect us to our history, to our families, and to our deepest hopes. So it kind of makes you wonder, right? What foods in your own life connect you to light, family, and tradition?